Hello everyone and welcome to the WCG for quarterfinal one of the 2023 Australia Day T20 Big Bash, which sees the Group A winners, the Nif Nuffs, taking on the Group B runners-up Wet Up, with the spot in the semi-finals up for grabs. These two sides meet at the same stage of the competition as they did last year, with the Nif Nuffs getting up on that occasion. And you can see on your screens now the road to the quarterfinals here for both sides. It was smooth sailing for the Nif Nuffs, who qualified with a 100% record, accounting for Young Money, Cash Money and the WCG Babes in Group A. Wet Up, on the other hand, suffered an opening match loss to the Six Offenders, which meant they entered their match against the Saggy Greens, needing to win, and they did so to qualify. Captains are in the middle and ready for the toss. Final one. You guys meet at the quarterfinal stage again, looking for redemption. Lowest ranked is Wet Up.
We toss?
You call.
Throw the ball.
So it's the Wet Up skipper Matt White who wins the toss, and he is elected to bowl first. Here we're quite familiar with both sides' lineups, so we will take a look at a key matchup in this quarterfinal. We know all about the two skippers Matt White and Henry Perenara, who have had fantastic tournaments to date, but it could be their offsiders who ultimately settle this one today, with Michael Johnson against Wyatt Raymond shaping up to be a key battle in this first quarterfinal. And just before we get underway, we'd like to thank our major partner for this year's tournament, Better Beer, who have been fantastic since jumping on board. It is always a day for it here at the WCG. So the group stage is over. It is do or die cricket from here on in. Quarterfinal one about to get underway. The Nif Nuffs taking on Wet Up for the first ticket to the Final Four. Let's get it on. And predictably, it will be the Nif Nuffs skipper Henry Perenara who will get this innings underway for the Nif Nuffs. Scores of 40 and 24 in this year's competition so far, and they'll be banking on him to get them off to the start they need. So quarterfinal one about to get underway. Skipper v skipper for the first over. Here White is into Perenara, who drives this down the ground. It's a boundary to begin with. That's a massive statement made in this first quarterfinal. It's a decent delivery there to begin with from White, but he gets it away. The form batsman of the competition is up and running, as White will continue again now to Perenara, and he hits this away on the offside for another boundary. A brilliant start to this quarterfinal for the Nif Nuffs. White under pressure with his first two deliveries. Short, wide and punished. No wicket for 8. The perfect start to this quarterfinal here for the Nif Nuffs, as White will now go around the wicket here in the first over. As this one hits Perenara on the body, he's going to set off for a leg by, and he was taking evasive action, so the umpire has let this one go. So a bullet there from White. He seldom likes getting hit for a boundary, let alone 2 in a row. So predictably a short one there from White. It hits the Nif Nuffs skipper on the body, moves through for a leg by. So the Nif Nuffs no wicket for 9 in the opening over. White to continue around the wicket here to Perenara. Here he's in now. Oh, and there wasn't much width with that, but he's managed to get it away to the point boundary again. Perenara on fire in this competition. He moves to 12. It's 13 without loss. Well, when was the last time White was hit for 3 boundaries in an over, if ever? As he's in now to Perenara for the last ball of the over. This one moves towards the boundary after rebounding off the bin. And it's well fielded there by Gavin Merrifield, who hustled towards it to stop the 4th boundary of the over. 14 off the opening over here for the Nif Nuffs. Good from Merrifield there. 14 without loss. It's going to be Michael Johnson to bowl the second over of the innings. He's in now to Perenara, who hits this on the offside, but hits it into the turf and it stops dead as it's fielded by the Wet Up skipper for no run. So another impressive start to a match here from Perenara, as Johnson will continue again now to him in the second over, and it's a short delivery being put away again here from Perenara. His 4th boundary of the innings. He moves to 17. The Nif Nuffs away to a flyer. So the Nif Nuffs look the form team of the competition, as Johnson's in for the final ball of the over, and this one I think hits Perenara on the leg, and he moves through for a leg bye to end with. No wicket for 20 after 2. It's going to be Gavin Merrifield to bowl the 3rd over of the innings. He'll go around the wicket here to Perenara. This one's a good length delivery, and Perenara backs away, and he's been clean bowled. That's a huge wicket for Wet Up. I think Perenara has gravely misjudged the length here. Yeah, it's far too full to cut. Merrifield gets the breakthrough. It's 1 for 20. Well, another decent start at the top of the order here from the Nif Nuffs. And that wicket now brings Wyatt Raymond to the crease at number 2. Scores of 4 and 10 in this year's competition. Can he add to this impressive Nif Nuff start? So it's going to be Merrifield to go around the wicket to Raymond for his first delivery. Here he's in now. This one's a full delivery, and he goes bang through mid-wicket for a maximum to begin with. Well, how about that for your first delivery? Raymond goes bang. The Nif Nuffs 1 for 26 here in this quarter-final. As Merrifield continue again now to Raymond, and he slaps this down the ground for another boundary. Brilliant start to his innings here from Raymond. 10 off 3 deliveries, and the Nif Nuffs move into the 30s. So Merrifield in for the final ball of the third over. In now to Raymond. He pulls his length back on this occasion, but he still gets it away to the left of Matt White for another boundary. A wicket and 15 runs off the over. Wyatt Raymond moves to 14. It wasn't far away, but far away enough. So predictably it will be the Wet Up skipper, Matt White, to bowl the fourth and final over of the innings. Here he's in now. Raymond gets a good connection on this one, but he's hit this one over the fence. They are glad to see the back of Raymond, but that is an impressive cameo at number 2. Raymond goes for 14. The Nif Nuffs 2 for 35. So they're going to post a decent total here, regardless of what happens in the next few deliveries, as that wicket now brings a limping Todd Lavin out to the crease at number 3. Here you could just see his skipper, Perenara, giving him some advice. So he's got 4 balls to negotiate here. White looking to wrap this up, as he's in now to Lavin on. This is a beamer, and this has hit Lavin on the arm. Well, I'd like to see the replay here. Oh, it's hit him before he could react. It's a bullet. So the Nif Nuffs now 2 for 36 in the final over, as White will continue around the wicket here to Lavin, and this one hits him on the leg, and he's going to scamper through for a leg bye. Oh, and the throw never comes. Johnson didn't pick this up cleanly. I think he has a couple of goes at this. Let's have a look. He goes to pick it up. Todd limping down the other end. He just couldn't get it away. So these are decent little additions here from Todd Lavin as we arrive at the final ball of the innings. He's in now, and this one's hit Lavin on the boot, who's fallen to the ground, and he's going to be run out. Well, he has just fallen. The sniper has got him. The Nif Nuffs bowled out with the final delivery of the innings for 38. Well, let's have a look what's happened here. He just tripped over his own feet. Oh, it's a comical end to the innings. However, the Nif Nuffs have posted an imposing score. So 2 wickets and just 3 sundries off that final over has kept the Nif Nuffs under 40. They have been bowled out for 38 here in quarter final 1. Henry Perenara top scoring with 17. An important knock from Wyatt Raymond with 14. A wicket apiece for White and Merrifield. And it's 39 to get for Wet Up if they want to keep their tournament alive. So it will be the Wet Up skipper Matt White who will get this run chase underway for the Lime Green. Finished with 15 not out in his side's win against the Saggy Greens, which qualified him here for the knockout stage. Can he stand up at the top of the order here? So 39 to get for Wet Up, and it's going to be Wyatt Raymond to bowl the first over. Here he's in now, it's a full delivery, and it's a play and a miss to begin with here from White, who's frustrated with that. So White taking the responsibility at the top of the order after 2 failures for Johnson. As Raymond is in once again to him now. This one's flat batted back towards him. It hits him on the boot, and it doesn't roll into the boundary. Well, perhaps an opportunity there for Nif Nuffs. Let's have a look. It's smacked back. Oh, he's actually done well to stop it. And at the end of all that, it's a dot ball. So 2 dots to begin the innings here for the Nif Nuffs. As Raymond is in once again to White, and this one's a full delivery, but he's pushed this one down the leg side. So that one will be called a wide, and Wet Up are away here for the run chase. So as mentioned earlier, these 2 sides met at the same stage of last year's competition. Wetup will have revenge on their mind. As Raymond is in once again to him now, and he drops this one in short, and that is hammered down the ground for the first runs off the bat. It's a maximum to get underway here for White. Oh, you'd have to think that's close to a no ball. Here, White Raymond in for the final ball of the opening over. He's in now, this one's another one dug in short, it's another one hammered through mid-wicket for another maximum. Well, that one also has to be close to a no ball, surely. Both of them let go, an expensive end to the over. 13 without loss. So a huge battle this. Skipper v skipper for the second over. Perenara into White. It's a full delivery. It's hammered back towards him. And I think he too has stopped this with his boot. And it flies into the fence. It'll just be a single. Here, let's have a look. We know he's good off his own bowling, Perenara. Yeah, he's done well there. A single to White. So White has moved along to 13. Perenara is in once again to White, and this one's played away on the leg side. But it's well stopped there by Raymond at mid-wicket. So Perenara into White once again. White plays this away to Raymond on the leg side. He moves through for a single. It's a good bit of fielding there from Raymond. But White was comfortable, not comfortably in, but he gets in nevertheless in the end. So 24 needed from 12 here for Wetup. To a ball. They do have all three wickets in hand. Perenara is in once again to White, and this one's a shorter delivery, and White is not happy with the call. He is exceptionally not happy with the call. Let's have a look. It's got to be above the head. I think this one was on the way down, and on this occasion it's a correct call. So Perenara in for the final ball of the second over. He's in now, it's a back of a length delivery. It's played away on the offside from White, and it's a single to end the second over. No wicket for 16. So 23 to get from 10, and it's going to be White Raymond to bowl his second over of the innings. He's in now to White. White gets a thick inside edge onto his body, and he moves through for a single, and he runs the line of the stumps. I think the throw might have pinned him. So things getting tight here for Wetup. They need boundaries, but they do know that Lavin's going to bowl this final over. So Raymond to continue to White in the third over. He's in now, this one's a shorter delivery, and White can't get this away as it's fielded by Lavin there at cover, who gingerly moves to his feet. So these are not good signs for the Nifnuffs, as Lavin's going to have to bowl this final over, and White will be very well aware of that. However, it's 22 to get off 8, as Raymond is in once again to White. Oh, and it's a full delivery, hasn't nicked it through to the keeper. Well, the Nifnuffs can't believe this decision. I got the feeling that White was beginning to walk there. Let's have a look. Oh, it's hard to tell from that angle. White was walking. Could that be a big moment in this quarterfinal? Well, it definitely looked like White was beginning to walk. And he's seen the umpire hasn't put the finger up. As Raymond is in once again to him now, and just like night follows day, a boundary follows that decision. A big boundary there for Wetup. It's a full toss, and it's been put away. So White has moved along to 20 as Raymond is in for the final ball of the over. It's a shorter delivery. This one's been hit away on the offside for another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries to end the third over. White moves to 24, and it's 14 to get from the final over. Well, it all comes down to this. Lavin has been the hero in the final over before. Can he do it again? As he's in now to White for the first ball of the final over, and White has hammered this over the fence. Can you believe it? It was an awful delivery to begin with from Lavin. White has lost his shape as his eyes have lit up. He has to go for 24 and have Wetup's hopes gone with him. So 14 required from 4 deliveries, as that wicket now brings Michael Johnson to the crease at number 2. Scores of 6 and 4 in this year's competition to date, and he needs a few of them here. So it's going to be Lavin to continue around the wicket here to Johnson in the final over. He's in now, it's a decent delivery, but Johnson rocks back and cuts it away for a boundary to begin with. That's the way to go here for Johnson. A 4 off the first delivery, 1 for 29. So it's 10 to get from 3. Lavin into Johnson once again. He floats up a full toss. Oh, it's hit on the forwards and score for 6. This has burst through Raymond's hands and has gone all the way. Drama here at the WCG. Oh, that was very catchable. And the pendulum swings again. So it's 4 to get from 2 deliveries now. Lavin to continue around the wicket here to Johnson. Oh, and this one hits Johnson on the leg and he can only manage the leg by. So it's 3 to get off this final delivery now. Lavin, can he be the hero? A 2 and a 3 unlikely here. So you're going to have to think that Johnson's going to have to hit a boundary if they're going to get home. Well, it's been an amazing competition so far, and this is a fitting beginning here to the finals. So it's Lavin to Johnson, 3 to get. It's a full delivery, gets his away to the boundary. Wetup have done it. Michael Johnson is the hero as he finishes 14 not out of 4 deliveries. The Nifnuffs, the form team of the competition, are out. To be fair, it was not a bad delivery. It's a thick outside edge from Johnson. Wetup are going through to the semi-finals. And the Nifnuffs, sadly, are on the wrong end of this one. Well, credit where credit is due. That is a brilliant run chase here from Wetup, who get home on the final delivery to book a semi-final spot. They prevail by 2 wickets to account for the Nifnuffs, who have been fantastic this tournament, but their wait for a maiden crown extends into another year. Wetup through to the final 4, where they have never lost. So we now look ahead to quarter-final 2. It is D-Day for the WCG Babes. They feature in their first ever knockout contest as they take on the 6 offenders, with the next ticket to the semi-finals up for grabs.